Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. First of all, if it seems like I'm talking kind of soft, it's just because, it's kind of late at my house. Everybody's kind of chilling out for the evening, so I kind of want to be quiet. But I also wanted to do like an updated makeup video because I do my makeup a little bit different than the last time I did a makeup video. And while we do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about my career because March actually marks, at least in my memory, like 10 years of me being in the adult industry. So I'm just going to talk to you guys while I do my makeup, and I'm going to start with a clear brow gel. This is from Tint. I got it in my MC bag, and I'm going to be taking like soap base, and I'm going to be mixing the two together. And I'm going to be using this to kind of like get my brows into the place that I want them to be. Because I would like them to be a little bit higher, a little bit more expression. And I will probably have to go back in on these throughout my eye. Clumsiest person alive. But yeah, I will have to go back in on these throughout my eye process, probably. So I'm going to let that dry, and in the meantime, I'm going to start with my eyes. I'm not doing my full eye, I'm mainly just doing the eyeshadow right now, but this is, I'm using concealer as a base. So like I said, 10 years ago around this month is where my career really started to take off. I started a little bit before then. I was 18, I was about to turn 19. It was 2012, and it just started out with photo sets. I'm thinking I'm going to use the Fade Into Hue palette by ColourPop, and I love this palette. My sister got it for me. It is the end-all be-all of like rainbow colors in my opinion. And I think I'm just gonna go in with Watermark and just put it on there. I have different brushes for different colors because I like to keep it clean. So I first started my career on a site called My Girl Fund, and I worked for them for a couple years. I was eventually kicked off of their site. I've made a different video about this, but basically there were some not cool practices. I know this looks very strong, but I'm gonna blend it out. Don't worry. I worked for them from 2012 until 2014. I'm gonna get a blender brush now and blend this out. It was reliant on us as the models to kind of like not just draw in the like viewers, but we were also supposed to distribute the content. I was kicked off of My Girl Fund ultimately because I continuously called out flaws in the system, and they really didn't like that, and they didn't really want somebody who was one of their top earners to be critical of them, so they eventually just terminated me from their platform, which was super duper shitty. Alright, next we're going in with this Morphe Equalizer primer. I don't adore this primer. I don't hate it, I don't love it. So going back to before my career in the adult industry, I did have a presence on the internet, like even before most people who know me, if not all the people who know me for at least this part of me online, probably don't know about. When I was a teenager, I used to make cover videos on YouTube. I have no evidence of this because I had a jealous ex-boyfriend who actually deleted my YouTube channel at like 1,000 subscribers, which doesn't sound like much probably, but you do have to consider I was like 16 years old and I had worked really hard on this channel, so it hurt my feelings really badly. Trigger warning, I'm using Beauty Blender foundation with a non-Beauty Blender sponge, so don't come for me. But I don't love this foundation, and I'm just gonna put it all over. I don't love it, just specifically because I don't really like the texture when you look up close to it. but I do think it's decent. You can usually get it for half the price on Sephora that it's normally sold for. So that is the main reason I get it. I do think it matches to my skin pretty well. I feel like that evened out that side of my face really good, and now we can handle this side of my face with another. Oh, I'm just knocking everything over. Another pump or two. So yeah, I started this channel, Ninjas in Red, when I was 15, and I had a channel before it, but it never really took off. And I chose the name Ninjas in Red just because I was in like my emo phase, and like, you know, the topic was randomness. And the main things that 2000s emo kids were focused on were pirates, ninjas, or zombies, and I went through phases for all three of those, so jot that down. So I probably came up with that screen name when I was going through my ninjas phase. Concealer, which is an e.l.f. 18-hour camo concealer in Fair Warm. I also didn't say what my Beauty Blender foundation was, but you can assume it's very pale. And just in the spots I want to highlight, because it's just a little bit lighter, as you can see, just to give it that nice little under eye highlight. So now we're going in with Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, and I don't think this actually has any color to it. It just kind of like evens it out, which probably you can't even see, but in real life you can definitely see like that it, Jesus, I'm just making all kinds of noises. It just evens it out quite a bit, and just need a little bit of that, which is why one of these things lasts such a long time. The eyebrows are not sticking up the way I would like them to, so we're going in for another round of the brow gel. I'm going in with this Pixi by Petra blush in Beach Rose, just to kind of contour this little dark area of my cheeks. But while I dabbled in videos on my girlfriend a little bit, I had like maybe like a handful. I never really got comfortable with it until I got kicked off. And I kind of started to break down at first when it initially happened, because I didn't really plan for this. I was kind of hoping for the best. I was very young and optimistic. I was hoping for change. Again, this was 2014. And I was really surprised to be kicked off of a platform that I had given so much time and effort to. All right, now I'm going in with a different brush and this Milani blush in Coral Cove. And, you know, I was living with my ex in Indiana, and he told me very wisely, like, don't let it beat you down. Just get up and, like, find a new way to go about it. And that's how I started doing clips, and that is what I've mostly done for years. All right, so now I have this Real Her Confidence in My Glow highlighter. It doesn't have a shade name, but again, I got a lot of this stuff from Ipsy, and I'm just gonna go in with a highlighter brush and just give myself something to jack up my look real quick. So yeah, there was the stuff with Clipvia where that site just completely took a crap. It really couldn't be blamed on anybody but the people who ran the site. And in a way, I think this is where I really started to take the business end seriously and realize that, like, you know, this is something that can be long term. I'm blowing it so I don't get any fallout. And I'm just gonna put it under just a little bit. I'm just gonna blend it out. But yeah, it wasn't as if I didn't treat this like it was a serious business or a serious job before. I just knew that, like, There is no staying in one space at this point. Like, the industry is going to be ever flowing, ever changing, and you can't really get upset if something changes. You just have to try to adapt and move on. So since then, especially since the whole Tumblr thing, I have been adapting and changing as best as I could. Okay, now I think my brows are stuck up enough that I can actually do them. So I'm gonna take this Anastasia brow thing, and yeah, you can see I've dug into it. And I'm gonna take the darker shade, and I'm just gonna fill in this part of my brow. But I truly feel that adult entertainers as a whole have gotten to get so much more creative with the way that they advertise themselves. I'm taking this lighter color and I'm just gonna put it like on the inner part, like just to fill it in. Just kind of blend it with my fingers a little bit, you know. They don't have to be twins, they don't even have to be sisters, but they're cousins. I'm using Surfer Curl mascara from Tarte. Another sample I got. And I'm not going to use too much because my eyes get irritated really easily, but I'm going to give these lashes some volume. This is a NARS lipstick. No markings for the color or anything, because again, it's just a little sample size. But I've gotten a lot of use out of this, believe it or not, for how small it is. So I'm just going to apply this to my best ability. All right, there it is. There's that color. I love this lipstick. I'm gonna let it dry for a sec. Now I'm at a point where I kind of, I haven't necessarily taken a break. I've just kind of like let myself have a breather after like almost a decade of this. So I haven't been making content as often. I especially needed it because like the past 6, 7, 8 months of my life have been ever changing. So until recently, you know, there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been the forefront of my brain. And now I'm starting to focus on the content again, and I'm getting really excited just for the simple fact of like, I really for the first time have the means to do what I want to do. And while I'm limited a little bit in space regarding like what I have here, like I really think I can put out some of the content that I've been wanting to put out for years. All right, eyeliner is the most important part, so I'm gonna do the eyeliner. NYX or NYX, whatever you want to call it, Epic ink liner, obviously in black. Now, the key to my eyeliner is A, that I start from the corner, never from the inside, and B, that I always make sure that it kind of points to, if not the tip of my eyebrow, like somewhere in this area. So I'm just going to look in the mirror and try my best to get this wing started. And then I'm going to try to match it on the other side, which is a lot harder than it sounds. Okay, so we have somewhere to start here. Clean this up. 99% of putting on winged eyeliner is just cleaning it up. Wow, actually that's the best I've done for just like one shot eyeliner, like not doing too much with it. So the first thing I'm going to do to finish this off is, here is my mole, and I'm going to take this little brow pencil and I'm just going to give it a little bit of color. There. I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I'm just going to be spraying the crap out of my face. And now I'm gonna put on something cute. Maybe I might put on a wig. Maybe I might put on a headband. Maybe I might leave my hair as it is. I don't know. And then I'll be back to close up the video. Here is the final finished look. Feeling extremely cute. Added a little headband into there and just letting the mullet stick out the back. And I got this little like choker thingy on. And then this crop top that you can't really see ties at the bottom. It's one of my favorite shirts. I got it at a thrift store and I love it so much. And I think that wraps this up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out some of my other YouTube videos. My links will be down in the description. If you really like this video, subscribe, and if you especially want to be nice, turn on that notification bell so that you can get informed whenever my videos come out. Alright, bye!